In the last video, we had a target return of 30%. Said, how do we hit that target, and what volatility would we get in order to reach that target? So for a 30% return, I have a 22% volatility. That's how I invest in the different stocks. Well, what if I reverse it? What if I say this time we want to target volatility, and let's say that's 30%? What return would I be able to get for taking that level of risk, and how would I invest? How much money would I put in Apple and the other stocks? With 30% volatility, I can eyeball that's going to be less than a 40% return, but more than 30. That looks like around a 38% return. Well, to get a precise number, I need to use a quadratic equation, and you should have already watched the video that goes through that math. The quadratic equation, A is equal to, in this case, the variance of A plus the variance of B minus 2 times the covariance of A and B. B is going to be equal to 2 times the covariance of A and B minus 2 times the variance of B, and then C is equal to the variance of B minus the variance of the client, or of the target for the portfolio. I put in volatility, so I need to square that to make it variance, and that's A, B, and C. And those numbers really don't mean anything to me. I just use them to solve for WX. So the solution to the quadratic equation is, and I need to put this in parentheses on the top, minus B plus or minus, so let's do plus, the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C, all that divided by, make sure you have the parentheses right, 2 times A. And that's a little big, so and that number, that weight really doesn't mean much of anything to me. 1 minus that is weight of X. So what return would I get? So the return is weight of X times the return on X, which is right here, plus the weight of Y times the return on Y, which is right there. That's a terrible return, minus 12%. So I don't want that. That's somewhere down here, down off the graph. But I can still do the weights. The weights is going to be the weight of X, and I'm going to do F4 and just lock down the column. No, I need to lock down the column and the row. I need to lock down the row, excuse me, times whatever's in the portfolio here, plus the weight of Y. Let's lock that down, times, so what we've done, this is what we've done before. Let's copy that all the way down, sum that up by doing Alt equal, sums it up, sums to 100%, so we're good. But that's not what we really want. So here we had the weight of plus, and so this was plus, right? Now I want to come over here and have minus, so I need to drag. The fastest way, rather than retyping it, if I can get this to work correctly, is to just drag everything over, and it takes a little bit of time, but it's a lot faster than what we've done in the past. Yeah, that's it. And I had plus before, so this is going to be a minus. And now look, we have a different weight for X, and I hope we get a different return. So let's just copy this over and see what we have here. Drag this back so it's referencing the right cell. And look at that return. That's a 38.9% return with a volatility of 30 going up to right there. That looks like that could be 38.9. Let me just eyeball on it, and you could go back through the chart or through the numbers here and find if that matches up, and that just makes you feel good. You know, look, 28% return, 28.9, and eventually you can find there's something pretty close to it. So I feel confident that that's right. What are the weights for the individual stocks? Let's copy that over, and let's see where we're off with something here. So I have those weights. I need to pull these back. Okay, let me just do that. I'll do it like this. So key in doing a lot of Excel is whatever is fastest for you, and on my laptop this is a little hard to drag those over because of the poor mouse on a laptop, but it works on other things. Copy this down to here, copy that across, and now I see which one of these is the best. And that's it. Now I just need some mechanism to show that I want to choose this, and we'll leave that for later. I just want to make sure you get the math and realize this is the one I want to choose.